In the early morning of 14 January 2018, 17-year-old Jordan Turpin climbed out of the window of her family's home in Perris, California. She is one of 13 siblings who escaped a house of horrors where her parents, David and Louise Turpin, kept them locked away. Safely out of sight, the brave teenager made the call to authorities.
State your emergency?
No, yes, I'm still here.
What's your name?
Jordan Turpin. Okay, I live in a family of 15 people, and my parents are abusing. They abuse us, and my two little sisters right now are chained up. There's 13 kids, and then a mother and father.
And how many of your siblings are tied up?
Two of my sisters, one of my brothers.
How are they tied up, with rope or with what?
With chains. They're chained up to their bed. I've never been out. I don't go out much, so I don't know anything about the streets or anything.
Do you think anybody in the house will need to go to the hospital?
I'm not sure. Sometimes we live in stilts, and sometimes I wake up and I can't breathe because how dirty the house is.
When was the last time you had a bath?
I don't know, almost a year ago. But sometimes I feel so dirty. I wash my face, and I wash my hair.
Does anybody at the house take any kind of medication?
Oh, I don't know what medication is.
Are you homeschooled?
No, we don't do school. Our mother tells people we'll homeschool. Our mother tells people we're private school, and she has a fake private school set up. But we don't really do school. I haven't finished first grade, and I'm 17. I don't know much about my mother. She doesn't like us. She doesn't spend time with us ever. Hi.
Is that the deputy?
Yes.
Go talk to him, okay?
The couple had held their children, aged between 2 and 29, captive in their family home, depriving them of food, education, medical care, and proper hygiene. Once law enforcement arrived, Jordan Turpin showed them pictures of her siblings in chains on a phone she had kept secret from her parents. Officers perform a welfare check at the Turpin house.
Our parents are abusing. They abuse us. But the reason I called and the reason I managed to get out here, this is one of the most scariest things I've ever done.
You have pictures of that?
Yes, I can show you. I actually didn't have it, and then one of my sisters told me I need to get pictures.
You have pictures of your sisters chained up?
Yes, but they're in here.
Do you have any injuries?
What's injuries?
Are you hurt?
Oh, no, not right now.
One pair is 32. Can I have 1110?
The parents appeared to be surprised by the police officer's visit. What was discovered was a concealed chamber of horrors. Deputies detained the parents. 4 years later, in an interview with ABC, the Turpin daughters described years of their parents, David and Louise Turpin, abusing them and their siblings. Some were shackled to beds for months and deprived of food, hygiene, education, and health care. Jordan said she would eat ice cubes and some days, ketchup. Jennifer Turpin recalled showing up in grade school with unwashed hair and clothes. According to the sisters, their parents would abuse them for even the most minor of things. If a child colored outside of the lines, Jennifer said their mother might pull their hair or throw them across the room. One time, one of her siblings was caught in their mother's bedroom, and the parent pushed the child down the stairs. Their father used belts and sticks to whip the children until they bled. Jennifer recalled one moment where she said her father picked her up, feet off the floor, and slammed her into a wall. Every day, she said, she woke up in terror. Jennifer Turpin said, "I was afraid to do one little thing wrong. If I did one little thing wrong, I was going to be beaten until I bled." Local District Attorney Mike Hesterin remarked that the parents would beat their children and feed them very little to nothing. They would also torment them with treats, saying, quote, they would buy food, including pies, apple pies, pumpkin pies, leave it on the counter, let the children look at it, but not eat. He told news sources that the Turpin parents' crimes placed it among the worst, most aggravated child abuse cases he had ever seen. In court, a police officer testified that Jordan claimed her siblings would be chained up for 1 or 2 months and only free to brush their teeth or use the bathroom. She said she hadn't seen a doctor or been to a dentist in 5 years. The couple pleaded guilty to 1 count of torture and 1 count of dependent abuse, as well as multiple counts of false imprisonment, child endangerment, and adult abuse. They were sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. Their eldest son spoke at their sentencing.
I cannot describe in words what we went through growing up, but that is the past and this is now. I'm getting a bachelor's degree in software engineering. In June of last year, I learned how to ride a bike. I also have learned how to advocate for myself, how to swim, how to eat healthy and prepare a balanced meal.
My parents took my whole life from me, but now I'm taking my life back. They almost changed me, but I realized what was happening. I immediately did what I could to not become like that. I'm strong, and I'm shooting through life like a rocket.
I love my children, and I believe my children love me.
I miss all of my children, and I will be praying for them. I long for the opportunity to have contact with them again.
I want to say to you, Your Honor, and the court, I'm sorry for everything I've done to hurt my children. I don't want any of them to be sad or depressed because of all of this. I want them to know that Mom and Dad are going to be okay.
Courtroom when she said she was sorry for hurting her children?
I believed it, I'll be honest. But then I remembered that they both are extremely good at manipulation. Whether that was true or not at the courtroom, yeah, it's too late.
When they cry and stuff, I feel bad, but also it's like, why? It's just confusing. I don't know. I'm never gonna know. I mean, sometimes I think maybe they didn't have a good childhood, but it's still their choice. You always have a choice.
I don't know what it's called, maybe bipolar, but I definitely think it could have been something like that with her. I've just always known him as a monster.
Jordan Turpin regularly posts dance videos on TikTok. She has since used the platform to advocate for her siblings, some of whom are still struggling, and expressed gratitude for those who have contributed to the JC Foundation, which was founded by J.C. Dugard, who was abducted as a child and helps families who have experienced a crisis. In February 2022, an attorney for the 7 adult children, Jack Osborne, told CNN his clients are now healthy and moving on with their lives.